So guys, before we get started, don't forget we do have that amazing discount code thanks to Tier 0 Games going on right now. And all you have to do is put in ZW Games 5 to get 5% discount on your total order at tier0games.com. The links will be in the description below.
Hey YouTube, this is Joe from Z4 Games, and I'm going to bring to you guys a couple of combos, quite a few combos, at least like 2 to 3 each for like the theme of the combos, utilizing Crystal Needle Fiber and DDD Abyss King Gilgamesh. Needle Fiber we know 100% we're getting in the future. Gilgamesh or should I say Needle Fiber we know when we're getting it in the future now. But Gilgamesh is still hit and miss. Hopefully we get Gilgamesh in the same set as Needle Fiber. Fingers crossed, which then that would be the best set for me in terms of my DD deck. So I'm going to run through some combos just using only Needle Fiber in terms of like the new support and how it operates in the combo. And then I'm going to be using one that implements Gilgamesh. So for starters, the first combo that we will have is for Needle Fiber is literally using Kepler and Swirl Slime. If you open up with these two cards in your hand, you can get a negate and a form of disruption, depending on what you play in your extra deck. So, starters, we summon our Kepler. We then use Kepler to add gate. We then play gate to add Lamia to our hand. And then we link Kepler into either Salamangreat Alamarage or the Link Reaver. I personally prefer Alamarage. I think Alamarage is overall the best and the better option, just because it takes any normal summon monster. So if you did use Copernicus, you can use Copernicus, but again, it's completely up to you. We then use the Swirl Slime in our hand to fuse it with Lamia. I apologize for any glares in this video. To fusion summon into our Genghis. We then use Lamia's effect to send Negate to graveyard to summon herself back. And then we link both Alamarage and Lamia. Lamia gets banished into the Crystal Needle Fiber. And Needle Fiber can summon a tuner from our deck. So we summon DD Ghost. And then we tune DD Ghost with Genghis to make Siegfried. Simple as that. And then once DD Ghost gets sent to graveyard, you can summon like another DD to graveyard. So, but it has to be a target that's already in graveyard. Since we have a Spore Slime in graveyard, we can send another one. So your field would be a Spell and Trap Negation, Needle Fiber, and all of this in your graveyard. 2 Spore Slimes, a Ghost, and a Genghis. The disruption comes in terms of what Needle Fiber can summon. Since when Needle Fiber is, you can banish it to summon a Synchro Tuner from your extra deck. So you could use Needle Fiber to banish itself and summon something like the Shooting Visor Dragon or anything like that. And if you have additional bodies on board, so like let's say during that combo I used the Genghis to get back a Swirl Slime. So like Swirl Slime would just be like somewhere over here. I can then go Needle Fiber, banish it to summon the Shooting Visor, and then like I could send a level 1 from my deck to graveyard, so I could send a Necro Slime, reduce Shooting Visor by 1 star to be a 6, and then I could use Shooting Visor to tune with DD Swirl Slime to summon something like Savage Dragon, and then Savage Dragon could equip the Alamarage. So with just 2 cards, I end with 2 negates essentially on my opponent's turn. Once it comes to my opponent's turn, and I have Necro Slime and Graves, Swirl Slime and Graves, all these cards in my graveyard to utilize to go further into play. So 2 cards, just opening up a Kepler and a Swirl Slime. You can end on I can start my opponent's turn with 2 negates. That is pretty impressive. Like, for just DDs alone. For just 2 cards. Like, this ain't back in Master Rule 3 where, like, I believe it was like 3 cards. It's been so long since I played Master Rule 3 DDs. Like 3 cards ending on 3 negates. I'm ending on 2 negates with 2 cards. Like, that is really impressive. So, back to this. I'm going to literally, for these combos, this is going to be a very long video. So let's say I added one additional card. Let's say if I added a Necro Slime. So 3 cards. What could I do, sorry, with these 3 cards? So start off with normal summon the Kepler. Kepler will add the Gate. Gate will activate, and Gate can add the Lamia. Then I can link the Kepler into the Alamarage. Then I can fuse Swirl Slime with Necro Slime to make Genghis. Then I can banish the Swirl Slime to special summon the Lamia, and then link the Lamia with the Alamarage into Needle Fiber. Needle Fiber then summons Ghost. You can probably tell through a lot of these upcoming combos in this video that Ghost is going to be a staple in the deck. Like, Ghost is probably going to be one of your best tuners in the deck, just for the fact of its level. Like, the level 2 is very good for the deck and kind of important. So, from there, Genghis can activate and summon back the Lamia to our field. Then we're going to tune the Genghis and the Ghost into the Siegfried. And then we're going to use the Ghost effect to target the Necro Slime to send another copy. Wherever I can find a second copy. Come on, deck. Be nice to me. There we go. You send a second copy. And then we can use the Necro Slime effect to banish it with Genghis. No, we can use Necro Slime to banish it with Ghost, in fact. To summon a copy of the Arc. Ghost activates. Since it was banished, you can return a banished card to graveyard, so we can return the Swirl Slime in graveyard. And then we're going to tune Lamia with the Arc to make Savage Dragon. And the Savage Dragon can then equip the Alamarage in graveyard. So 3 cards, just your 2 slimes and a Kepler equals this. Crystal Needle Fiber, a Siegfried, and a live Savage. Savage only has 1 counter, but that's still 1 more negate than you would have had. And then, as I said before, you can use the banish effect of Needle Fiber, to banish itself, summon something from your extra deck, but you're not going to have something on the field. You currently, should I say, don't have something on field to go with it. So it's completely up to you. It again depends what you play in your extra deck. Your extra deck is completely up to you. This is just using staple cards in your extra deck. You're gonna have something like Link Reaper Armard. You're gonna have your Siegfried. You're gonna have your Genghis. You're gonna have your Deox. You're gonna have a form of extra negation like Savage or Crystal Ring. I'm using Savage because it's just more generic. So you're gonna have these cards. So that's why these combos are relatively effective, if you know what I mean. So I'm going to do one more combo in the forms of just using Needle Fiber. So in this case, I'm going to use the Swirl Slime again, the Kepler again, and instead I'm going to now use a Ragnarok. What could I do with this? So, normal summon your Kepler, Kepler such as this, Gate such as your Lamia, standard, then standard. Then you link into your Alamarage, and then you put your Ragnarok in scale, and then you fuse these 2 to make your Genghis. Ragnarok activates and summons back the Lamia for 1,000 points of damage. You then link these off into your Needle Fiber, You then use the Lamia's effect to send Gate to grave to summon herself back. You then tune Lamia and Genghis to make Meteor Burst. Meteor Burst then summons back the Ragnarok. Also, sorry, the Needle Fiber summons a DD Ghost. And then you can tune and Ragnarok. When Ragnarok is special summon, it summons back the Genghis, so you get back your Genghis, and then Genghis tunes with the Ghost to make your Siegfried. So, different-ish board. I mean, you got your Meteor Burst in play, so you still got a level 7 option. So what you can do is during your opponent's turn, again, depending on the attacks, this tech I'm going to show you will be very important when it comes to the Gilgamesh plays. So you will banish your Needle Fiber to summon your Shooting Visor. And Shooting Visor will send a level 6 to graveyard. So I'm going to use Proud Ogre. Some people play the Nicola, but I think Proud Ogre is just overall better. To reduce Shooting Visor by 6 to 1, so then you can tune the level 1 with the level 7 and make your Savage with the Alamarage attached. So you have, Savage will be up here. So you get your 2 negates again with an additional body like a Ragnarok. You can put Ragnarok in defense mode, obviously, for big 3k defense. You still got your 2 negates. So that's it for just the Needle Fiber combos. I'm now going to show you some combos using the Abyss King Gilgamesh as well. So, starting off with just a Swirl Slime and a Kepler. What can I do with this? So, you normal summon your Kepler. Kepler will search you your gate. Like, my whole board is a mess. Like, everything's everywhere. Gate will search you your Lamia. And then you link your Kepler into your Alamarage. You then use your Lamia and Swirl Slime to fusion summon into your Genghis. You then use the Lamia to send the Gate to grave to summon herself back. And then you link your Lamia and your Alamarage into your Needle Fiber, and Needle Fiber will get you Ghost. Now, you're probably thinking this seems pretty standard beforehand. So, what we're then going to do is that the Genghis will then activate and summon back the Swirl Slime. And then you'll link the you won't use the Genghis' effect, as far as a lot of combos I've had to remember. So you don't use. So Genghis doesn't even use this effect. You then link the Genghis and the Ghost into where he is. There he is. Abyss King Gilgamesh. Now Gilgamesh on link summon will place 2 DDs from your deck into your Pendulum Scales, and then you will take 1,000 points of damage, and I think you're locked into DDs for the rest of that turn. So, since he was link summoned, we're going to put the 2 DDs in scale for 1,000 points of damage, so I'm just going to try and get rid of everything out the way. So we're going to put the Ragnarok in scale, and we're also going to scale DDD Chaos King Apocalypse. So now with these 2 in scale, what we're going to do is that we're going to use the DDD Chaos King Apocalypse to banish 2 cards, 2 DDs or Dark Contracts from our field and our grave to special summon itself from the Pendulum Scale. So we're going to banish the Ghost and banish the Lamia. No, Banish the Ghost and banish the Swirl Slime to summon Chaos King Apocalypse to our side of the field. Ghost will now activate, putting a card, a banished DD, back to our graveyard. So we're going to put the Lamia back into the graveyard. And then I have to revert back. Sorry, I'm not being too well. And a lot of things on the brain. So I have to revert back. So this is in play. This is still in the deck. This is on the field. This is on the field. So we do, yes, so when we link summon into Needle Fiber, sorry, I do apologize guys. When we link summon to Needle Fiber, Ghost, we get summoned. Ghost, it will trigger Genghis to summon back Swirl Slime. We then tune Ghost and Genghis into the Siegfried, wherever he is over here. Then we're going to link the Swirl Slime and the Siegfried into Gilgamesh. Gilgamesh will then set the scales. So the Ragnarok and the Apocalypse. Apocalypse will activate, banishing the Swirl Slime and the Ghost to summon itself to the field. This will trigger Ragnarok and Ghost's effect. Ghost can then put Swirl Slime back into the graveyard, and Ragnarok will then summon off the Siegfried. And then we pass turn to our opponent. So then, during our opponent's turn, Needle Fiber can activate to banish itself to summon a Synchro Tuner from our extra deck. Since we're no longer locked under the Apocalypse Gilgamesh, we can summon the Shooting Visor Dragon. And as I mentioned before, this target is going to be very important. We then use Shooting Visor Dragon to send a level 6 DD to graveyard. Again, I'm going to be using Proud Ogre when it comes out. It's because Proud Ogre has a better pendulum effect. Ultimately. To then reduce its level by 6 to be a 1. And then we can synchro during our opponent's turn via the Shooting Visor. Chaos King of Particles goes the extra, Visor goes to graveyard, and then we synchro summon into our Warlord Savage Dragon, who then equips the Alamirage. So, during our opponent's turn, we end on a Siegfried for a spell trap negation, Savage for an negation, and a Gilgamesh, who, when he's destroyed by opponent's card by battle or effect, you can summon any DDD from your grave or extra deck, so you can get back your Genghis and your Proud Ogre currently in your graveyard. And then if Savage leaves the field, you can then summon anything 3D from your extra deck. So it can be absolutely anything. So that's just one combo using 2 cards. The Kepler and the Lamia. No, Kepler and the Swirl Slime. So what happens if I put in a Necro Slime as well? What can we do with that? So we can normal summon the Kepler. Kepler adds the gate. Then we play gate to gate add Lamia. Link Kepler off into Alamirage. Fuse Swirl and Necro into Genghis. Then we banish Swirl to summon Lamia. Genghis will revive the Necro. Link Lamia. No, we won't get back the Necro. What we're on about? That's stupid. Then we link the Necro, the Lamia and the Alamirage into Needle. Needle summons Ghost. Genghis summons back Lamia. We can then tune these two to make our Siegfried. Then we can link these two off into Gilgamesh. Gilgamesh puts the Ragnarok and Abyss King in scale. Abyss King activates to banish Ghost and Necro Slime to summon himself from the Pendulum scale. Ghost puts Necro Slime back. Ragnarok activates to summon back the Siegfried. And then we can use Necro Slime to banish it with Genghis to summon out a high Flame King Genghis. So now pass turn to the opponent. Opponent goes off and does something. Chain Needle Fiber summons out the Shooting Visor. Shooting Visor sends Prado go to grave. Reduce its level, and then we can tune these two into the Savage with a link attached. So that's not too bad. Again, you know, we get the two negates. So whether the keep not putting that in the place to look. So there we go. So we got still the two negates, the special summon, and then we even have a recruiter in the forms of High Flame King Genghis, so our board can just keep remaining large, so the opponent will struggle to get over it. So I'm going to do one more combo. I believe it was a really good combo that I found. By the way, a lot of these combos I found through the through a channel on YouTube. I believe it is the let me just get up the name again. I do apologize, but I did say that this video was going to be long. It's over 20 minutes. So you can find these on the Beyond the Duel YouTube channel. A lot of these combos are on there, as well as others. So do good big shout outs to that guy. Like, the guy's channel is really good. I really enjoy his content. So I believe there's a really good combo, so I'm going to try and rediscover it for this with the Vice Typhon. So normal summon the Kepler. Kepler adds the gate wherever it is. It is at the gate. Activate gate. I'm trying to speed through this a little bit because I really don't make this way too long. Add Lamia. Fuse Swirl with Vice Typhon. I believe maybe there's a different one using Necro. Use Swirl and Vice Typhon. No, use Swirl and Necro. Yeah, so we're not going to use Vice Typhon. It's just going to be Necro. Fuse Swirl and Necro for a Genghis. We have to link first into Armorage. So then Swirl into Genghis. Banish the Swirl for the Lamia. Then Lamia with Almirage into Needle. Needle summons a Ghost from deck. Then we can use the Necro and the Lamia to make a second Genghis over here. Then we can tune Genghis with Ghost to make the Siegfried. Genghis can then activate and revive the other Genghis. Then we can link these two off into the Gilgamesh. Gilgamesh puts the Ragnarok on the Apocalypse and scale. We can then use the Apocalypse to banish Siegfried and Ghost to summon itself, which can then trigger Ragnarok to summon out back the Genghis, and then we can. Why did I put Almaraj there? Ugh, cards are everywhere. Which usually isn't a bad thing, but you know, now it is. And then we can use the two Genghis to overlay into the High Wave King Caesar. So you don't end on a spell and trap negation upon your turn's end, but you do end on a summon negation, which could arguably be better. I'm trying to find my High Wave King. There we go. But again, it could arguably be better. Could it? I'm not sure. It's completely up to you. But you have a summon negation in the forms of High Wave King Caesar, and then during your opponent's turn, you can, again banish, summon a Shooting Ryzar. Ryzar sends the Proud Ogre to grave. Reduces level, then synchro off into Savage with a negate. So you have a double summon negation. I believe there was a way to extend this to you get like the Siegfried as well. But again, that's in the Beyond the Duel video, so do check that out as well for more videos, for more combos. They're a bit faster in the forms because they're on Dev Pro, but you get the good gist of it. So that's it, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. Again, I do humbly apologize. The length of this video is nearly half an hour long. I'll speak to Dale what we're going to do for it, so it's going to be very weird. It may stay like this, it may be cut, so we'll see. So, as always, guys, like, comment, and subscribe, and until next time, guys, as always, happy dueling.
What's up, YouTube? Dale here with All Games. Thanks for watching that video. If you liked it, please hit that big thumbs up button in the bottom corner as well. And don't forget to hit the big red subscribe button so you don't miss out on anything. Make sure you click that notification bell as well so you know every time one of our new videos goes up. Throughout the whole year of 2019, we're going to have more deck profiles, duels, and of course pack openings for you guys to watch and enjoy the entire year round. So stay tuned for more, and as always, guys, happy dueling.